Grandad goes shopping. It was a beautiful day. Nanny was having a lovely time in the garden. She'd had some flowers delivered from the local garden centre because she didn't want to go out and get them herself. And she'd also got some earth. So she started filling up the troughs with the soil. She had lots of different plant pots and also lots of different coloured plants, all shapes and sizes. Nanny wasn't sure what all the plants were, but she thought they looked really pretty, and she tried to organise them into the reds with the reds and the blues with the blues. She was finally on her last pot, and then she began to water the plants. She was so hot after that she thought, I know, I'll go up and have a shower, and then I'll come down and see Grandad. So after Nanny's shower, she came down to see Grandad. But what was going on? He had a meeting in his room. Who was he meeting? What was he doing? Nanny crept in case he was on the phone, and she didn't want to disturb him. She went slowly into the room. What was he doing? He wasn't in a meeting. He was with Harry. They looked like they were having fun. What were they watching? Nanny came forwards to see on the screen. They were watching football. They looked like they were enjoying themselves. They were having so much fun that they hadn't even noticed Nanny was behind them. She coughed quite loudly and they turned round. They looked very guilty. They'd been caught watching the football. Nanny was cross. She'd been working all day in the garden and they'd been enjoying themselves. Nanny went downstairs to get a shopping bag. They can get me some more flowers, she thought. It'll do them good to get out as well. Nanny gave Grandad the shopping bag. Do you need a list? She said to Grandad. No, we'll be fine, he said. Come on, Harry. Shall we go by bike? You can use Nanny's bike. OK, said Harry. I'll go off and get my helmet. Grandad packed his rucksack. He made sure he had the shopping bag with him and he made sure he had his helmet so he was safe. He was finally ready, but where was Harry? He went outside to make sure the bikes were still there. Harry was already on his bike. He was so keen to go. Grandad was still taking his time. Come on, Harry said. Hurry up. I've just got to put my rucksack on so I can bring the shopping back, said Grandad. Are you ready, Harry? Grandad said. Yes, I am, said Harry. Grandad got on his bike. Nanny called out, don't forget to say goodbye, will you? Nanny waved and Grandad waved and Harry waved and off they went. Before they left, Grandad said to Harry, I think we'll go to the little shop down the road first. I'm sure they'll have what we need. He gave another wave and off they set. They started by whizzing down the hill, Grandad waving as he went. Harry was a long way behind. They got to the first shop. Do you think they've got it, thought Grandad? I'll just go in and ask. In Grandad went while Harry waited outside. Oh no, they haven't got it there, said Grandad. I think we'll have to try another shop. We'll have to get back on our bikes. So Grandad got on his bike, made sure he was in the bike lane so he was safe. Harry was far ahead in front. He had to make sure that he didn't get in the way of the buses as well that were coming along the road. Grandad was riding quite fast to try and catch up with Harry. Where was he? Where had he gone? He'd already probably at the shop. Ah, there they were. He was at Waitrose. Grandad waited in the queue. There were lots of people, but he was staying far apart from everyone else. He went into the shop, but he came out again quickly and sad. They didn't have what he wanted. Where was Harry? He'd left his bike there as well. Anyway, Grandad set off again. Where shall we go now? I think we'll go to Sainsbury's, said Harry. That's a good shop. Grandad got to Sainsbury's. He lined up again. It took forever and ever. He was getting a bit fed up with this. He went into the shop and came out again sad. They didn't have what he wanted. What could they do now? I know. Great Nanny will have some flour. I'll ride round there. Let's see if she's got some. He arrived at her flats and down came Great Nanny. She said, I haven't got any flour, I'm afraid, but I've got plenty of red wine. No, thought Grandad, this isn't good enough. Nanny's going to be so cross if I go home without what she wanted. Where can I go now? There must be another shop. I know, I'll go to the one by the library near our house. They must have some. Grandad got off his bike again. He was getting tired and fed up with this. He walked into the shop. He would ask them. They must have some. Harry waited, and out came Grandad. He'd got what he wanted. Grandad was very happy. He put his shopping in his rucksack and said to Harry, "Come on, we can go home now." "Do we have to?" said Harry. "Yes," said Grandad. "Nanny will be waiting for her shopping." "Let's go quickly. Nanny will be really happy with us now." Grandad arrived home and Nanny answered the door. Grandad looked very happy. "Did you get what I wanted?" asked Nanny. "Yes," said Grandad. "It's here in my bag." He was very pleased with himself. "I got the flour for you." "Why did you get me flour?" said Nanny. "What made you think I wanted flour? Are you silly or something? I'll show you what I wanted. I wanted some flowers to go into my flower pot, not flour to bake with. I'm doing the garden today. Don't want to be in the kitchen. I was enjoying the outside world, the sunshine, and enjoying talking to nature. What do you really think I'm going to do with this flour?" Grandad could see that Nanny was quite upset. She'd been expecting flowers and she'd got flour instead. "It was an easy mistake to make," said Grandad. He gave Nanny a hug to make her feel better. Nanny was happy again. "I know what I can do with the flour. Perhaps I should make a cake and we could have it in the garden this afternoon, surrounded by all our pretty flowers. I've got a loaf tin and I've got some bananas and eggs and butter, so that should make a really delicious cake." Later that afternoon, Nanny and Grandad sat on their balcony eating their cake. Grandad said it was delicious and the balcony looked beautiful in the sunshine.